it's the first match of the year. It's exciting to see these guys get out there and compete against somebody else in our wrestling room, and to open up with what we're opening up with is an awesome event down in Jacksonville, and to wrestle against Buffalo, UTC, and then Iowa State to wrap up the day is. It's kind of a crazy start to the schedule, wrestling a top 10 team right away, but it's been awesome because it's been on the schedule a long time, and the guys have really locked in, and their focus has been amazing, knowing that they're going to compete against a top-ranked team in the country the first week, and a lot of ranked matchups, and a team in like Iowa State that we won't see the rest of the year. So very, very important matchup against a lot of ranked guys, and I'm just excited to see where our guys can, what we're going to be tested early, and to see what we can't do down there, and then come back and see what we can improve on for the rest of the year. But very, very excited to get these guys out there and competing against someone else.
Coach, what can we see against Iowa State? I know that's one that everyone is watching in terms of lineup and who you're anticipating doing really well against them.
We're going to have our top 10 guys out there. Luckily, we've come through the preseason, the summer. Everybody's healthy. And, obviously the matchup everybody's looking forward to is 165 pounds. A national champion from Iowa State is moving up, David Carr. And he'll wrestle our freshman of the year, the Big Ten wrestler of the year. He took 6th last year in the country, DJ Hamidi. And that's kind of the marquee matchup. And then again at 197, Braxton Amos will be wrestling younger Bastida. They wrestled in the first round of the NCAA tournament with us losing 3-2. Are some of the big time matchups, but they've got ranked guys up and down the lineup, and then our ranked guys. We're kind of last year we were doing the hunting last year, and some of these ranked guys now are going to have to learn how to, people are going to be coming after them and how to respond, and still keep that mentality of, we're always looking to hunt, not to be the ones that are sitting back and waiting to be, preyed on.
Taylor Lamont is a returning All-American who's transferred from Utah State?
Utah Valley.
Utah Valley. And he will be wrestling at 133. What are you seeing from Taylor in the training room?
Well, unbelievable. Quiet kid, but will do anything you ask. He's an amazing young man, first off, and his progression has been amazing since he got here. And I'm really excited to see where he's going to go. He took a chance on us. This is a 7th-year kid who transferred in. Former All-American, and he's fitting great. Guys love him. He's very workmanlike. Does his business, recovers well, gets out, does his film study. Everything about him screams success. So very excited to see where he is. And I know he's really looking forward to putting that W on his chest. When we recruited him, that was very important to him to be able to represent his university. And we're excited to see him get out there. I've competed against him for a long time. My previous school, we were in the same conference as Utah Valley, so we had to game plan for him a lot, and we didn't like game planning for him because he's a real tough wrestler. So to have him on our team now is awesome. So we're excited to see where he can accomplish this year.
Coincidence that you're going back down to your hometown, and do you still have family down there? Will this be strictly a business trip or any pleasure involved?
Yeah, no, there's not too much pleasure when you go on these, but it's strictly business. For it's going to be great. I've been doing this a long time, and it's kind of my fault that we've never tried to grow wrestling down in Florida. You look at some of those universities down there. You look at the Miamis and Florida State, both in the ACC conference. And the ACC sponsors wrestling. There's no wrestling at those schools. And so we, luckily a company got together and said, let's bring Division I wrestling to Jacksonville. And of course, I'm all in, and I'm excited. A lot of people in these 6 schools that are going down there have connections to Florida, and hopefully we can open some eyes in the South that some of these schools should have Division I wrestling down there. Looks to be a great event, and I know our guys are excited. You throw, you don't want to say a fun trip in there, but you throw something where you're going somewhere different. And you're competing against really good teams, and it's going to be a good trip. And the weather looks great, but we'll be in a gym all day Saturday. So again, it's going to be great. I'll see a lot of old friends. All my family is still down there, so it'll be a nice trip for us. But we're definitely looking to come back 3-0, and we're trying to win all 30 of our matches.
I know the announcement was made about this tournament, a few months ago, but still knowing that you are now in the week of this tournament, how exciting is that for you? It's
very exciting. I'm on some radio shows down there with people that were interviewing me when I was in high school. And so sometimes it's the first time I've heard them since I left. And it's just amazing, all the people that have reached out. We have a couple of former NFL coaches that are going to be there that live in the area. A lot of Badgers that are down there. Don Davey, for one, is going to be there supporting the event. I know Iowa State has a former Jaguar in Reggie Hayward. I don't know if you remember that name, but I'm a big Jags fan, so he's going to be there supporting Iowa State. So it's really cool what's going on and the people that are going to show up for this event. And Jacksonville is a great sports town. They support their sports well, and we're just I'm just excited to see coaches, old friends. Personally, but obviously we're going to have our team ready. They know the importance of wrestling Iowa State. It's Coach Reeder and I's. That's where we went to school. Austin Gomez transferred from Iowa State to Wisconsin. It's a big match for him, his family, and they're trying to beat us. They're going to try to come in and take our heads off. It's a Cinderella story for them to come into my hometown, beat us, our alma mater. Gomez's former school, I guess his alma mater. He graduated from there as well. So they're going to come try to take our heads off, and I know our guys are ready.
We have a number of freshmen that may be cracking the starting lineup for this weekend in Jacksonville, in addition to getting their first competition at the Michigan State Open. What are you seeing from new faces on the team in the freshman class?
Well, it's been great. This new rule that we've had with freshmen, they're allowed to compete in 5 events. I know football's had it for a little bit with red shirts being able to compete in a couple events, but we just added it this year. So we're bringing 3 true freshmen, I believe. Yeah, we're bringing 3 true freshmen down with us to Florida, and then the other 4 are going to Michigan State to actually compete. But we're bringing Nicola Rivera right from Stoughton, Felix Latini from New Jersey, and James Rowley from Oregon will be traveling with us. And I know for sure James will get some time. James is definitely going to get a match in there. James is fighting for the starting position. So you're going to see James Rowley, the future Wisconsin wrestling, will be definitely getting a match down there. And then, between Nicola Rivera and Felix Attini, who knows what's going to happen. But then those other guys going to Michigan State will wrestle and hopefully win the tournament. But very, very exciting. Nicola Rivera from Stoughton has been doing an amazing job. I know I keep coming up here saying that, but this kid is going to have an amazing career at Wisconsin. And, I can't wait for him to go into that field house because his style of wrestling is it's absolutely amazing, his pace. And he's going to be a crowd favorite when he gets out there.
Chris, this athletic department seems to attempt to get its student athletes to play or to compete in different venues, special venues, unique venues. This week's an example of that. You guys have done that before. Kind of a 2-part question. How important is that to you to do stuff like that? And how much can you sell that in recruiting, that you're not just going to be in normal venues? Yeah,
that's an awesome question. Our administration values a student-athlete experience like nobody I've ever seen. They want to make sure that every student-athlete that walks through here has the best experience they could possibly have in their academics and their athletics. So anytime I come up with a little bit of an idea where we want to wrestle or how can we do something, if it's going to benefit the student-athlete in some way, they're going to, they're all for it. And when I mentioned going to Florida, half our team's never been to Florida. So, when I see, when we land and, these guys see a beach or they see something, that they've never been able to do before, and the sport of wrestling, the University of Wisconsin has provided for them, it's amazing. They're going to remember this hopefully for the rest of their lives. We wrestled on a battleship a couple years ago. The kids are still talking about that. So, yes, it's very important that we give these kids experiences. Football, they get to go to bowl games and experience something cool. That's what we're trying to do here. How can we give these guys a great experience to do something? Obviously, we get into January and February, we're heading to every Big Ten campus, and we're going there. But if we can get these kids to have great experiences, enjoy their time at the university, win national championships, graduate with the highest possible degree, it's for sure a place these kids, we can use it as a recruiting tool, but in the recruiting game, right, this university sells itself. If we took them to, Florida, if we just stayed here in the Midwest, kids want to come to Wisconsin for those academics, and they want to come now for this wrestling program. So it's, that's just cherry on top that we'll take them to Florida or San Diego and give them a little warm weather, Division I college wrestling experience.